Welcome everyone to the Friday installment of the 12 Apps of EdTechmas. Today we are going to have a special treat. In addition to apps 9 and 10, you're also going to get to hear my finest singing voice. And I know that will be enough to either make you want to stay to find out how bad it is, or when we get to that point, you're just going to want to quit. Before we do get into it though, let's quickly review the other apps we've had so far. App number 1 was Toby. App 2, Edpuzzle. App 3, Jamboard. App 4, Classroom Screen. App 5, Orbit Note. App 6, Equatio. App 7, GoNoodle. And App 8 was Book Creator. Of course, all of these were described in previous episodes, and I encourage you to please check them out. App number 9 is Goosechase. Goosechase is a scavenger hunt type activity that really can bring in some fun and exciting and engaging learning for your students. Allows people to work together in teams that you create your own missions for. The missions are the different tasks or content-related questions that need to be solved or answered before moving on to the next task. You have different teams and players that race to try to complete these tasks as quickly as possible. And on the teacher side, you can even track live results and progress of the groups or individuals as they are working to complete the mission at hand. It would work great with students for content-related activities. You could use it for PD events with other staff or educators. They could even be involved in some sort of an extracurricular activity. Let's take a look at what it looks like. When you get to Goosechase and create an account or log in, you're going to see that you are able to begin a new game, or if you've already begun another game, even in draft format, it shows up here as well. I started one the other day, playing around with it to create some tasks that maybe you would be interested in trying out. And so I would go in here and click on missions, and then you can see I added in some different things here about Jamboard or Toby or Classroom Screen. Hey, these sound familiar. They were other apps that we worked on. If you don't want to use any of these tasks, there's also a mission bank that has different tasks that people can complete and of course give them different points that maybe they would want to work towards. Once you are done with this, you can then publish the game or start the game, and it would begin tracking people's responses. So it's a fun and engaging way to have students or even other adults compete against one another to kind of engage them in a different level. So if you have the chance, you're going to need to play around with this one a little bit to find the way to make it work best for you. App 10 is Moat. Now if you know me and you know the previous tech tidbits that we've done, Moat has been one that I've talked about before. It's a really great tool that can be used to leave audio notes and comments and suggestions in many of the different Google Workspace for Education platforms. Everything from Google Docs to Google Forms, Slides, even Gmail, all can be used with Moat. I think the best way to kind of show you what Moat can do is to jump into a couple of these and just take a look at how powerful they can be. One of the places that you can use Moat is within Google Classroom. I go here to create a new post in the stream in Classroom, and because I'm logged in with my Moat account, the Moat icon appears on the list of tools here near the bottom. I click on that once and it begins recording everything that I say. And I could give kids instructions, I could let them know maybe of a change that's going to be happening in the schedule today, and when I'm done I click the check mark again. That will then be recorded, and if I accept it and post it, it will be available for my students and it will show up for them like this. So they will be able to play and listen to what their teacher has to say. Another place within Classroom that you can use the Moat features is within the Classworks part. And you could open up a document and an assignment that a student was working on, and you could leave them comments. So for example here, I maybe want to say something about their usage of the word there, and I could highlight that part, click on the Moat icon, and again it's going to record what I say when I push start. So it's great in Classroom, but it can also be used in things like Google Slides. Here I've created a Moat because again I'm logged in, and it shows up as an audio icon for you to play. Jingle bells, Jingle all the way. So I remember I did promise you, warn you that that was coming. So if you've given up by now, I don't fault you. In fact, I totally understand. But that's Moat, and it can be used in different ways. And again, the best way to figure out what it can do is to play around with it and give it a try. So I hope you've enjoyed the 2 apps for today, Goosechase and Mote. We'll join you again on Monday for the final 2 apps of the 12 apps of EdTechmas. Have a great weekend. Happy holidays.